You know, one thing that they haven't addressed with this whole corona situation is that gay men have a definite benefit. So, out of precaution, no need to be freaked out, I went to get checked. And, I did not want a nasal swab. I don't need nothing like that poking my brain. So I said, I'll do the throat swab method. And I pull up and, it was no big deal. She doesn't. She goes, not everybody can do a throat swab, but you knew exactly what to do. Baby, listen, I've had years of practice to train that. You think a little Q-tip's gonna make me react to that? No, ma'am. That's like the most action I've gotten in this 2+ month of quarantine. You think I'm gonna pass it up? Sign me up. Guy drove off and I wasn't sure, should I be embarrassed or should I ask for a medal?
Wait, is this fake?
No, it's real.
Yay!
I am very uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in the studio today.
I came out on Facebook in the middle of a 4-hour bus trip. That was not a good idea. Throughout this 4-hour bus ride, over 30 people called me. Most of them weren't very happy. I got calls from my old Boy Scout troop. I got calls from families and friends. I got calls from the church. Some of them were only mildly ignorant. Some of them were like, you're gonna burn. My mom was mad at me because all of my dad's coworkers were making fun of him. My brother thought it was funny, so he told all his friends, which caused them to call me during this traumatic bus. To make matters worse, this was all on a bus, so there wasn't any place where I could do this privately. So I was crying for 2 hours on this bus, and the people on the bus thought it was funny.
So there's been a lot of rumors going around about me, and I wanted to address them in one TikTok, and I wanted to address them right here, right now. Yes, the rumors are true. I am a dumb gay bitch.
That was a pretty boy?
Yeah, it was a pretty boy.
Oh. I like pretty boys.
Me too.
So, quick story. When I came out to my mom, she cried because, shout out to Catholic parents. She cried and was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for putting you through cheer." Like, trust me, Mom, I enjoyed it.
Go through this with me one more time. Okay. If he does it and I let him, you're a slut. Right, and if he wants to but I stop him, you're a tease. God, and if I let him and I like it, you're a skank. Wow.
Hot boyfriend check. Just kidding. If you know where I can find one, my number is 405. So I told the boys to go to the grocery store and get essentials for our weekend away, and I'm looking at a refrigerator full of White Claw, a foot-long cucumber, and a coffee. What? It's the essentials.
In the Boy Scouts, I developed a habit of keeping my hands in my pockets because expressing myself with hand motions was considered gay. Like this one time, a scout was telling a joke and no one laughed because it wasn't a very good joke. And I felt really bad for him and I wanted a friend in the troop that wasn't my little brother. So I let out this laugh where I opened my mouth really wide and covered my mouth, kind of like and the scout who told the bad joke told me that my laugh was really gay. He actually said something a little bit more harsh, but I don't think I'm allowed to say that on TikTok. And then all the scouts started to make fun of me too for my really gay laugh. And that's probably what made me really bad at all the Boy Scout activities because I was so afraid to move.
So yesterday I went on a date with a cop, right? While I was driving today, I got pulled over. Not really understanding why. I wasn't speeding or nothing like that. Next thing I know, the cop from the date walks up to my window and says, "I pulled you over because I wanted to see you again." Yo, when I say I about had a heart attack, bye.
I'm from the South, and I moved up to Indiana, and everybody's like, "Where are you from?" Like, I like the way you talk. I'm like, yeah, so does my boyfriend.
People are always asking me if I have any advice for trans guys. Well, I do, and here it is. So always be the most handsome guy in the room. And that doesn't mean literally, you don't have to be the most handsome guy in the room, but be the most handsome guy in the room if you catch my drift. Have a good day, sir.
Before the virus, I was hooking up with this guy whom I had met just that night, I might add, and I hear him moaning the phrase, "Thank you, I appreciate you," over and over again. Now, that would be an impossible thing for someone to be moaning whilst I'm within them. Moments later, I came to the conclusion that indeed, this person was moaning, "Thank you, I appreciate you." So I stopped, and I said, "Sir, are you thanking me?" And follow-up question, if so, why in this moment? And he says, "Because I am." And I say, "Because I am what?" And he says, "Because I am so thankful that someone like you is making me feel this good." Now, at the time, I thought that was maybe the weirdest thing that someone could ever say to me in the bedroom. But now, upon reflection, I think that was the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Put a finger down if you've ever gone to sleep over at a girl's house for the first time who wasn't quite yet out to her parents. So she lies, says that you're on her softball team. They believe it. So as you're done taking a shower, you get stopped in the hallway and she says, "Hey, I set up a guest bedroom for you." And you're like, okay, that's a little odd, but you're not going to say anything because it's her house. You're not going to be like that. So you just go with it and you're like, okay, I guess we're not doing that, whatever. So you say okay, and then she proceeds to say it's because her dad had confronted her as you were in the shower saying, "Hey, I know that you're gay, also know that she's not on the softball team, so she needs to sleep in the guest bedroom tonight." But you still slept in her bed that night.
Surprise!
One time at one of my birthday parties, my mom was asking what piece of cake I wanted. And it's important to understand that I am a frosting goblin. And I was already eyeing this one part of the cake that had like 20% of the icing. It's important to mention that this little corner piece was mostly pink in color. Instead of asking for the corner piece or pointing to the piece with the most frosting, I asked for the pink piece. Of course, I didn't only ask for the pink slice. I did a motion with my arm that was kind of like this. "Oh, I want the pink piece." It was my birthday and I was really excited. And my granddad asked my mom if she was sure she wasn't raising a girl instead of a man. And of course everyone laughed. My mom tried to defend me by telling everyone that I was secure in my masculinity. But it didn't help that I was crying into my birthday cake.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in the studio today.
Get over here and get to licking.
You saying shit like that is the reason why we're not allowed back at church.
Okay.
So a couple months ago, I came out to everyone as bi, and I've been talking to my cousin about like some of the guys that I've been talking to, and he asked me, he was like, "So are you like taking a break from women? Do you have a preference of men over women? Like what's going on?" So I decided that I had to break it down to him so that only a straight person would truly understand it. I said to him, I was like, "So you know how when you get a new video game and like all you do is play that new video game like it's nobody's business because it's new and exciting and it's a thrill. But like, don't get me wrong, you still love all the old video games. But you just wanted something exciting and new." That's what I'm doing. I'm having a good time.
I was in the break room at work and these like 6 boys came and sat by me. They were super loud and obnoxious, and then one of them was like, "Hey Carter, you got your strap on?" And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, why does he have a strap on? And then Carter goes, "No, I don't carry a gun." And I was like, oh!
I take great pride in the fact that I turned out to be the exact person my dad didn't want me to be.
I told my dad I was going for a walk with my stick, and he said, "What's that for?" beating off all the hordes of women running after you. Little does he know, they're all gay men. Anyway, haven't changed my clothes in about a week.
And if you call me your boyfriend, make sure you put clingy in front of it. Stupid bitch. My way. Are you coming?
I really do find it, like, really sweet when you guys are like, I've got no chance with you. Like, guys, I've made it quite clear, I am a whore.
Okay, this isn't me necessarily saying that everybody's a little bit gay, but the straightest man I know has had 3 dicks in his mouth. 3! And he said it was because he wanted to feel like a girl.
A lot of my friends from high school are always like, Austin, why do you talk so much about guys now? Well, Jake, I talk so much about guys now because I couldn't for 20 years because I was in the closet. Let me live a little. Thank you.
This my baby. And ain't nobody finna touch her.
So I'm bi, right? And I'm not into sports. I don't like sports cars. I don't like any of that other typical straight man stuff. But there's one thing that gets me. A nice new 2x4.
Babe, I'm gonna shave off a part of my eyebrow, make a slit, so these other lesbians know that I'm gay.
I mean, I guess that way they'll also know that you're a douchebag.
So I don't know if other families do this, but my family puts all of our like birthday cards and anniversary cards on our fireplace mantle, right? And today I was looking at our fireplace mantle and I saw a card that said, "To my wife." My immediate first thought was, we don't have any married lesbians in the family. I forgot that my dad has a wife. I forgot that men can marry women. All I can say is, what a time to be alive.
To explain, so if you are super hefty or super skinny, but I can either throw you over my shoulder or you can yeet me across the room, it doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter to me. You're in.